Good morning, Earthlings. Hello.
Morning.
All right. One moment. Little squirrel sitting in the tree, cleaning itself. We'll start with the squirrel posture. I think that would be fun to teach kids that way. Give them animals and plants and let them figure it out, right? Or probably for us too. Maybe that's what we should do once in a while, right? All these techniques and formalism. All right. So, friends, let's just sit for a moment. We're going to feature kind of a focus on our one side of the body, the other, bending, sensing, etc. But let's just take a moment to check in. We'll do a brief body sensing scan to begin with, okay? Not too long because it's not always the easiest to sit at the beginning, but so if you need to move at some point, fine. So eyes could lower a steady gaze or close, and we'll just start by noticing. It's kind of um, a noticing or a sensing of the head, head and face. What do you feel or notice in that region of your physical self, energetic self? And for now, you can just let the breath come and go freely. Hmm. And then we can gradually move into focus into the throat and neck. And what can be interesting is when we focus on certain areas of the body and the sensation that's there or lack of sensation, sometimes we'll have associated memories or images or thoughts, and you can just notice that as well. Okay? Neck and throat. Eventually move to shoulders and arms, hands and fingers. And then flowing into the chest area, so ribs and shoulder blades, I guess you could say, and all the organs inside. Even if you didn't know about anatomy at all, just what do you feel or sense in this part of yourself? And then gradually down into the abdomen and lower back area, pausing there for a moment. What may come to the fore when given a little time and attention. And then, when ready, you could go to the base of the spine and your pelvis. And then gradually flowing into upper legs and lower legs, upper, lower, feet and toes. And then, when ready, you could open your attention to gradually include your whole body, physical, and the force that gives life, and feeling yourself globally for a moment or two. We'll chant a little bit if you'd like. I'm going to start with one long Om. Okay. And now we'll do our chant, this famous chant. So listen and repeat. So hum, so hum, so hum, so hum. Listen. Hum saha, hum saha, hum saha, hum saha. Listen. So hum hum saha. So hum hum saha. So hum hum saha. One translation, I am that I am. Opens us to being part of it all. So, friends, I think that's enough sitting. Let's come to all fours, okay? And we'll start. I want to do, we'll start with our all fours movements in what we usually do, and we'll do a couple variations, okay? So, all fours, long spine. When you feel the inhalation, let it sweetly lift your chest, and exhale, bowing the chest and heart as you flow your pelvis towards your heels. Whatever amount of bend in the knees feels agreeable, bow the head. Inhale, coming gradually pouring back to all fours. There's a soft lifting of the sternum, a gentle tilt of the head, and exhale movement. Yeah. And just let that happen from your breath. As the breath adjusts, you may need to pause and let the breath settle. That's all good and fine. Okay. Now I'd like us to try that again. The inhale will be the same, and the exhale, here's the idea, friends, that we'll go back about half or 2/3 in terms of your pelvis not completely releasing, but you're going to bow your head and your chest completely. Yeah. So inhale is coming to all fours, same thing, lift to the chest. When you exhale, you're drawing the belly in, slightly maybe curling your tail under, bowing the heart and the head. So the head can bow completely, and you'll feel that go down your back. So explore that for yourself in this. It'll send the stretch probably into a different place in your spine, maybe in the mid back or kidney area. You can see where you experience it. Yes. Okay. And then let's say you do one more. Inhale the same. Exhale, settle your pelvis back all the way or where it's comfortable for you. And we'll pause an extra breath or so. Okay. So now we'll do this one more time. We'll come back about halfway or 2/3 on the exhale, but we'll add on the inhale. When you come forward and you lift your chest, lengthen your leg, and if it's okay with your back, lift your leg. So we send a little energy or ask the energy to flow into the leg. So inhale, come to all fours, lengthen, lift. Exhale, bring the knee back down and bowing that half or 2/3 back, full release of the head. And go like this, alternating legs. Yes, beautiful. If it feels right, do one more time on each side so you'll end up with having done it 4 times total. If it feels like your back is protesting, then you could just lengthen the leg and keep the toes tucked under on the floor. Plenty of options. Good. And then after you've done that, you can maybe do one more, lifting the chest, and then flow back to a full release into child's posture. Nice. And settle a moment. Feel the stirring of the blood and all the fluids of the body starting to circulate to nourish and cleanse. Okay, now we'll do one more pod here, one little section in all fours. We'll come into downward dog if that's okay. If not, you can repeat something we just did. As you inhale, gradually come to all fours, lifting of the chest. Exhale, downward dog, push the ground away, pelvis rises. Go to the end of exhale and rest for a moment. And then you could come back down as you feel the inhale flowing in, lower the knees, soft lift of the chest, flowing into the belly, return to that first posture. You know this well. So let's go like this again when you're ready. And we'll stay a breath in downward dog. Good. So you can stay for the inhale. Now, when you exhale, you could just very slowly bend one knee and the other. So you don't disturb the exhale, but you get a little bit of asymmetry. And then on the inhale, return the knees to the floor. This is all your timing. Exhale back to where you started. Settle a moment, scanning your body, noticing the response. If there's any particular areas that are protesting, we can maybe modify or rest. Let's go one more time through, and I'm not going to say so much. You can stay a breath, or if it's better, don't stay a breath. Go ahead as you wish. Yeah. Okay. Take your time. When that cycle has completed, can we take just a moment before we stand, just a moment to sit, just a moment to, after being upside down partially like that, we'll just take a moment, let your head be above the heart and hips, and with a curious eye and attitude, we're gonna just notice, hey, what do I feel like now? What do I notice, either specifically in some region of my body or a global sense from those movements so far? And as you pause a moment more, noticing the array of sensation in your body, noticing, allowing the breath, movement, and sensation to also be a part of that collage of sensation. Okay. When you're ready, oh, I was just going to say, I bet a number of you do this already, but I find if I'm not going to do like a whole practice, but I've been sitting a while or whatever at the computer, to come down and do these all fours movements that we just did, just to move the spine a little bit, right? Breath, it can really help to reset. 3, 4, 5 breaths, and we have a new lease on life. Let's come to standing, friends. Please come to standing. And we'll start with the feet under the pelvis, and we'll let the inhale gradually bring the arms to rest on the horizon. So let's say about shoulder height. And then exhale, one arm goes up, one arm goes down, and propose a gentle side bend. Inhale brings you back to center. Exhale, go the other side. Feel the up as well as the down through your arms, through your legs, and through your head. Inhale in the chest brings you back to center. And then after each side, let's exhale and lower the arms. You could bend the knees too if you want. Just that simple movement again. You can go at your own pace or follow my direction. Inhaling, the arms find horizon. Exhale, side bending, drawing in the belly a little bit in towards the spine to support the low back. Inhale, come back to center. It can be a little tiny bend if you're at all concerned or feeling strain. Little tiny movement can bring out a lot. Inhale, center. Exhale, settle. Okay, just that. Now, when the arms come down, let's flow the arms rather than up from the sides. Reach forward. Inhaling, reaching forward and up. Palms can be forward. And we'll exhale, bending forward. Into forward bend. And today now, let's stay there for a breath. Feel the incoming breath through the nose, Ujjayi. Feel the outgoing breath, drawing the belly in. And when that completes, inhale, extend the arms and lift and rise back to vertical. Beautiful. Exhale, arms come down. Okay? So we'll go again like that. Inhaling, arms are drawn up. I feel my heels go down and the crown go up. Exhale in the center of the body, low belly, navel flowing in as I bow forward. Stay in the forward bend, please. As you inhale, ever so slightly lift your sternum away from your navel. Create a little bit of space for the diaphragm to go down in your body. Exhale, bowing again, belly flows in, release. Then inhale, extend the arms, and lift and rise. Exhale, we settle. Okay? So again, why don't you go like that one more time, and I'm not going to say so much. You can feel your own breath and body. Go ahead as you're ready, please. Mm-hmm. Okay. When that completes, again, we just pause for a moment. Spread your attention, the light of your attention through your whole body, and notice what you feel, sense, hear, body and breath. Okay, friends, so when you're ready, let's open the eyes and we'll do a little more side bending. We'll do some Trikonasana. So let's widen the feet. The feet go wider than your shoulders. And we're going to turn the right foot in a few degrees, 10, 15. Left foot turns out up to 90, 75 to 90. Okay, so we have that asymmetrical stance. Now, again, calmly, this first movement, feel the exhale. And then when you feel the inhale, the chest gently expands and the arms float to the horizon. Now exhale, keep the left knee straight or slightly bent. Bring your left hand towards your left leg and reach up with your right arm. And then inhale, come back to center, arms level. Exhale, lower your arms. Okay, nice. So again, like that, inhaling, arms gradually floating to shoulder height. Yes. Exhale, side bending. Knee is either straight or slightly bent, or if there's strain, then bend the leg a lot. You're going to find your comfort. Inhale, chest, come back to center. Exhale, lower. Now, if you're okay, let's go one more time. And we'll spend a breath in the side bend. Inhaling, arms carried to horizon. Exhale, side bending. Stay for inhale. And exhale, if you want, you could look out or down just so the neck has a different orientation. Now reach with the fingers, expand, inhale, come back to center. Exhale, lower. And bringing the feet back to parallel. Okay? If you want to, they can stay wide or bring them under your pelvis. All right, friends, should we try this on the other side? Wide stance. Turn in the side that you had just gone to, so probably left, turn in a little bit, turn out on the right. And inhaling, expanding in all directions through your body, arms lifted. Exhale, side bend. Feel the up maybe a little bit more than the down so that we keep that lightness. Nice. Exhale, floating back to vertical spine. Exhale, arms lowered. Good. And go like that again. Yes. Okay. And now, one more time. For the third time, you can spend a breath there. Breathing in. When you breathe in, breathe all the way to your full capacity without forcing. Mm-hmm. When you finish, you can, your choice to either stay wide or bring your feet under your pelvis. Let's bring the hands to the sides of the pelvis. So your hands are touching. We're going to inhale here. And when you exhale, you're going to keep your spine long, bend forward and slide your hands down your legs, wherever they go, towards the lower legs. Stay for a breath. And then we'll reverse that. When you feel an inhale, extend through the crown, lengthen the spine, the hands will slide back up to the pelvis. Stay there, exhale. You could also slide your hands from your sitting bones down the back of your legs. You could, so either from the sides of the pelvis, or place your hands, your fingers sort of towards the top of your hamstrings underneath the buttocks. We'll try this one more time. Inhale, lift your chest and draw the shoulder blades back a little bit. And when you exhale, sliding the hands, bending forward again, releasing down. And let's stay now a couple cycles of breath in the forward bend. Hands can stay connected or release. Beautiful. And then inhale will eventually lengthen and you retrace, sliding up. And if you're still in a wide stance, in your own time, bring your feet underneath, relax your arms. And let's bring one hand, so thumb to the navel, so one hand on the low belly, one hand on the mid or upper chest, center. And we just feel and be for just a breath or two, feeling the whole body in a welcoming attitude towards ourselves. Okay, friends, so we're going to release the gesture, and I'm wondering if we can sit for a moment before we'll do a back strengthener further. Just sit for a moment. I want to just look at some traditional yogic eye exercises. They can be quite elaborate, but we just do a few of them and build on them maybe over time. So we'll sit for a moment, and we'll do them. They can be done with eyes open or closed, but let's start open. So you're just going to sit and gaze forward on the horizon, okay? Now we could imagine a clock. 12 is above, 6 below, 3 to your right, 9 to your left. Okay, so we're looking forward. When we inhale, we're gonna gradually look up to 12 o'clock without lifting the head. So it's just a movement of the eyeballs. And exhale, scanning down towards 6. And again, like that. When you inhale, scanning up towards 12 o'clock over, yeah. And then exhale, looking down. A third time like that. Okay, and then when you inhale, just come back to look forward. Close your eyes, and let's rub the hands together a little bit. Those of us wearing glasses, you could take your glasses off and then palm the eyes for a moment, absorb a little bit of that warmth. Eyes are closed, relax for a moment. Okay, and then you can gradually release your hands, open your eyes, and then we'll look forward again on the horizon. Feel the inhale coming in easily. When you exhale, scan to your left. With your eyes, leave your head quiet. Inhaling, come back to looking forward. Exhaling, gradually looking to your right. You'll feel the eye muscles activate, inhaling to center. Do that again to each side. Exhaling, go to one side. Inhaling, returning. Okay, and when you come back to center, close your eyes for a breath or two. And we'll do one more chapter here. If you're, so when you're ready, open your eyes, and we're gonna do circles now in the following way. So you're gonna, when you inhale, you're gonna look up to 12 o'clock. Now exhale, you're gonna go to the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then as you inhale, continue 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So you go like that again, exhaling from 12 to 6 around the edge of the clock, inhaling from 6 to 12 around the other side. And when you finish to 12 o'clock, this time you're going to look forward, close your eyes, maybe even bow your head or bend forward a little bit. It's interesting the way our eyes affect our back, I've noticed. And then when ready, you can come back to vertical spine, eyes will open, and we'll explore the other direction. So inhaling when it comes, look up to 12, and now counterclockwise. Exhale, go from 12 around the edge, gradually to 6. Inhaling from 6 through 3, back to 12. And you go like this once or twice more. Okay, and when you come back to 12, you can let the exhale bring you to look forward. And then simply close your eyes and just sit, feel, and be for a moment, brief moment. And then let's rub the hands together. Very good. A little brisker so we create a little more warmth. And then again, you can palm the eyes, place the palms over the eyes, feel the warmth, and relax the fingers. Excellent. Okay. Whole world there in those eye exercises, but we'll let that go. Take your hands away. Let's come to all fours. And 3 more times, we're going to do this special version we did today. Inhale, slight back bend, maybe a little deeper because we're a little farther in class. Exhale, bowing the head completely, but shifting the pelvis back about half or 2/3 so we can lengthen the middle back. Good. Inhale, lift the chest. So when you exhale, try curling your tail under just a little bit so that not too strong of a tuck, but yeah, exactly. So you feel there's a little bit of lengthening of the low back curve. Beautiful, everyone. Okay, after this or the next one, we're going to, you could release all the way back if that's pleasing to you, so the muscles settle for a moment. Okay, and we're going to come on to the abdomen and do just a brief period of as one of my first, really my first teacher he called them the anti-aging postures: cobra, locust, bridge, in the sense that it can help us keep a long, strong back and helps with posture. All that will happen. We don't have to practice in fear of impending doom. So rest on your front, hand, forehead. Rest a moment. And And again, in an open way, uh, just welcoming the sensations that are speaking to you. I guess we could say the communication of the different dimensions of yourself, body and breath through sensation. Okay, so when ready, you could take your hands, palms down on the floor under your shoulders or a little farther down towards your waist, forehead on the ground. We're going to now inhale and lift your chest, neck, and head without pushing, cobra. And then as you exhale and lower, turn your head to one side. So you're turning the ear side of your head to the ground. Relax the head. So inhaling, lifting the chest, neck, and head, and the head comes back to center. And exhale, turn and lower. Please do not push with your arms here. Okay? Thank you. Inhaling, lift your chest, neck, and head. And it might be half an inch, and that's okay. Exhale, turn and lower. Nice. And do this a couple more times. Uh-huh. Okay. When you complete this one, or the one you're on, you can settle, either come back to hand, hand, forehead, or if it feels really delicious to rest with your head to one side, you could rest your elbows on the ground or hands by the hips or wherever. Just find your comfort as best you can and let the muscles settle. Okay, wonderful. So, if you want to linger there a moment and savor, I support you. If you're ready to move on, you can place your hands on the floor again. And we'll just come up to all fours. And again, a couple times we'll repeat the to and fro of inhale, lifting the chest, a little back bend. And now you can go back half, 2/3, or all the way, whatever is interesting and feels like your back needs. Okay, 2, 3 times here, to and fro, that's it. Okay, and when you've completed that, let's lie on our backs. We can lay down on your back. Okay, settle for just a moment. And we'll drape the arms out to the side at shoulder height. And we'll bring the feet right next to each other, so your soles of your feet are on the floor, and you'll feel the inner feet touching each other. So feet touching, knees could be touching or close. And so now, as one of my teachers said, imagine that your ankles are loosely tied together. In other words, keeping them together. So you're going to feel the inhale come in, and when you exhale, you're going to tilt your legs as a unit, almost like you're a mermaid or merman. Exhale, tilt your legs to one side, and you'll come to the outside of one foot. So the soles of the feet will come away from the ground because the ankles are stacked, right? Stay for inhale, and then return on the exhale. So we're keeping the legs together here unless there's pain. If it's strange, that's okay. Pain we want to avoid. Exhale to the other side. Tilt the knees. Move the legs together as a unit. This will go into your spine more. Please stay for the incoming breath. And the exhale brings you back to center. That's it. Okay, now let that be. Widen your feet to kind of regular, let's say hip width. So there's some, you don't feel like you're really spreading wide, but neither are they close together, just comfortable. And you can try the same thing here at this distance, or repeat what we just did if that feels better. Exhale, legs will tilt. Head could turn in opposition if you want. Stay, receive the inhale. Exhale, return. And like that to the other side. Yeah. And after you've done each side, rest in the center, please. And we'll bring the knees to the chest and the hands to the knees. If you're still finishing, take your time. And let's do 2, 3 repetitions of Apanasana. Exhale, knees towards chest. Inhale, knees float away. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then keep your hands on your knees and now widen your knees and your feet. So it could be partially wide or fully wide. And try Apanasana with the knees and the feet relaxed apart. So inhale, the arms get lengthened. Exhale, the knees come towards, elbows bend. Yeah. Mhm. Nice. Okay. And after this one, you can bring the legs a little closer and set the feet down. And either the legs can be bent or legs extended long. And just bring your arms at a low angle. Let's come into Shavasana, palms towards the sky. And again, we, in a welcoming attitude, will take a journey through the body, noticing sensation. So we let the executive function of the mind go from giving us, directions about repetitions and particular movements. And now that we set that free and we shift to a sensing and being mode, we could begin again at the crown of the head and noticing your face and your head. welcoming any sensation you notice there. Sometimes it may be very subtle or quiet, sometimes stronger. And allowing the breath to be there too, but not needing to do anything with it. Then we'll move attention gradually to the neck spine and the throat area. If you encounter any tension, you can just say hello to it or ask it if it's ready to let go a bit. Moving into the shoulders, the underarms, the length of your arms into your hands and fingers, feeling the sensation that permeates your arms and hands. And then traveling up the arms gradually through the shoulders, gradually into the sternum and ribs, the mid back, and inside the chest, feeling the whole thoracic region. Imagine or focus on the area in front of your, inside your body, like the front part of your spine, and gradually you'll move down into the lower back in that area in front of your spine, and then feeling low back, waist, side waist, abdomen, letting the breath be there, no special plan for it. And eventually travel down the sacrum, the coccyx, or the bottom of the spine. Feel some sense of the bones of the pelvis, organs, muscles, skin, the whole global sensory experience of pelvis. And then spreading attention into thighs and knees, shins and calves, ankles, feet, and toes, feeling the lower limbs. So feeling both legs and the pelvis, low back, abdomen, and chest, shoulders and arms, neck and head and face, and the crown of the head. Feeling now the global body feeling, feel your whole body alive with radiant sensation. And now let your attention gently rest in the easy coming and going of the breath for a couple moments of quiet. Now, continue that easy awareness of your body filled with sensation. Let the incoming breath come in as it does. And now we'll exhale a modest length, let's say 4 or 5 seconds. Doesn't have to be exact, it's just a guide. So inhale comes in freely. Exhale, let's say 4 or 5 seconds. Explore that for a couple cycles. And then we continue. Inhaling comes in freely. Exhaling, add 1 or 2 counts. So you're still comfortable, but the exhale lengthens to 6, 7, something like that. Inhale comes in freely in its own timing. Exhaling a second or two longer. This will be your last breath like that. And you could let go of any particular counts. Let the breath move on its own and rest again in the global body feeling. And please continue to rest, and I'll chant a little bit. Soham Ham Saha Soham Ham Saha Soham Ham Saha Ham Saha Ham Saha. When ready, little tiny sweet movements through your fingers and toes. You could move your tongue across your teeth, maybe swallow, and then gently mobilize wrists, ankles, eventually knees bend. Go gradually so you keep the gift of this very exquisite awareness. Bend the knees, stand the feet, bend your elbows and place them somewhere on the front of your body, abdomen or ribs, chest. Yeah. And just for a moment, before we leave supine, you could feel the back of your skull settled and the spine just undulating down from the spine, down from the skull rather, just the easy length of the spine, supported, free. And then we'll palm the eyes for a breath or two, covering the eyes. And with your hands over your eyes, you could just become aware now more of the inhale. Inhale comes in, maybe a slide pause after the inhale, a couple cycles like that. After you finish the exhalation, you can release your hands. Take your time, a gradual rolling to one side, and we'll come to sitting. Okay? So to finish, we'll sit for just a moment more. Close your eyes. And I'm going to propose that we do a silent mantra japam, a silent repetition. So the inhale in your mind will be sa, exhale, ha. Okay? Inhaling gradually the sound of sa, exhaling ha. Just a few times. And let the mantra go from your, like letting go of the reins of a horse, and let it go wherever it needs to go, out into space or into silence. We rest for just a moment in and as the force that created us. To finish, we can bring our hands overlapped on the heart region. We'll inhale and let the arms expand however you wish. Exhale, they come back in. This is a very personal, free movement. You can just do that a couple more times. If you haven't already, you could try one or two with your eyes open. Right on time here in the aviary ashram. Thank you, Audubon Society. Thank you, you beautiful birds. Shanti. Namaste. Peace, everybody. I hope that dose of action and repose is helpful. See how it resonates through your weekend. Yes. Bye, everybody. Or say hi and bye on your way out as you wish. Take care.